We're so grateful that Mr. Helms could be with us today and for his inspiring words. Thank you so much, Mr. Helms. My name is Will Laverack, and it's been one of the greatest honors and privileges of my life to serve as president of the class of 2015. If you're a fourth year, I know what you're thinking. There's no way the kid who knocked on my door 4 years ago, handing me a flyer featuring Victoria's Secret and Calvin Klein models and reading, "Where there's a will, there's a way," is still our class president. Yes, somehow it's true. But anyway, class of 2015. The weekend that has always seemed so far away is now here. And if you're like me, you're probably feeling a potent blend of emotions. A little Titanic's "I'll Never Let Go" meets Whitney Houston's "And I will always love you" meets Anchorman's "I'm in a glass case of emotion" meets Game of Thrones' "Winter is Coming" meets Castaway's "Wilson" meets the Terminator's "I'll Be Back." You might even be feeling a little bit of Braveheart's "Freedom," although I think that's probably more common for those graduating from Virginia Tech. Think back to when you first set foot on these grounds. We were younger, obnoxiously driven, a little more naive and idealistic, and perhaps thinner and better looking. We noticed there was something special about this place. After my first visit, I remember placing a Thomas Jefferson bobblehead that I'd bought at the school store on my bedside table. Each night before going to sleep, I'd look Mr. Jefferson in the eye and ask, "Will I get into UVA?" I'd then quickly tap his head with my fingers to help him nod with confirmation. I think we all wanted a nod, to use the metaphor. We wanted the university's gates to open up for us so that we could embark on our own personal journey. And when they did open, we began in similar predicaments. Many of us asked the same questions. Will I fit in here? Is academical a word? At what point is it too late to respectfully ask people to remind you of their name? Why are those students running down the lawn at this hour? And why did they leave extra pairs of clothes on the rotunda steps? Really? The good old song after a field goal? Why did the person swiping my ID in Newcomb call me baby? And is it okay if I really liked it? Who is Rafat Khan? Why is Halloween in Charlottesville the same length as Hanukkah? Mr. Jefferson is kind of demanding. You want me to spend 2 hours a day doing physical exercise? I don't see you getting off your little statue chair over there, Tom. We fought through these questions and many others, and over time, the university has become not only where we are, but also who we are. Each of us finds UVA a little bit differently. Some find it in the intellectual sanctuary of a classroom. Some find it while performing in the beam of a spotlight or interweaving the mellifluous tones of an instrument. Some find it while sweat seeps through their jersey. Some find it while chanting "Go Who's" in the stands. Some find it in self-governance or in honor. Some find it looking through a microscope. Some find it in the smile of a child while volunteering. Some find it within the old walls of a fraternity or sorority house. Some find it in Charlottesville. Others find it halfway around the world. But no matter where we find it, what we find is ultimately pretty similar. And it can be hard to put into words. It can only really be felt. Felt in the beating of our hearts and the vivid flickers of yesterday in our minds. The way we felt when the person who was once a stranger became the person we'd do anything for. The way we felt when we chose to take the long way home just so we could walk across the lawn. The way we felt when a former hallmate smiled at us on our way to class, when we stayed up late, belly laughing with friends, when we agreed that calorie consumption after midnight doesn't count. The way we felt at a lecture when we sat next to the student who seemed to be boycotting deodorant. The The way we felt during that awful exam when we decided to come back to the question so many times that we ran out of questions. The way we felt at that party when we were sure we were dancing as well as Michael Jackson. The way we felt when this confidence was debunked the following morning by the Facebook documentation. The way we felt when we played our last game, finished our last class, or watched the rotunda light up for the last time. The way we felt when this place started to feel like home, and then when it felt completely like home. The way we feel right now. Put these types of feelings together, and I think that's the UVA we've found. The UVA we'll remember. The UVA that unites us. And so, at least for me, it's hard to reconcile with the fact that the point in which we've truly found UVA is also the point in which we have to leave. Are we ready to graduate? Perhaps the answer is the same as what a thesis advisor recently said to a fourth year regarding his thesis topic. Quote, "This is a question you should leave to the tavern after several beers, since it can only be surmised at best." End quote. But I don't think that's the answer. I think we know the answer. I talked with an incoming first year a few weeks ago, and after speaking for a few minutes, she tilted her head and looked at me with a peculiar gaze, the type a puppy might give you when it's confused. "You're kinda old," she said. I responded, "You better watch it, lady, or I will make it my life's mission to make sure you end up in Gooch Dillard." Just kidding. I didn't say that. But she did call me old, and it got me thinking. When we were first years, the song "Call Me Maybe" consumed our lives. Justin Bieber was still struggling with prepubescence. Taylor Swift wasn't anywhere near the exuberant solipsism of Shake It Off. We are kind of old. And in the 195 weeks, 1,400 days, and 33,000 hours that we've been students here, we've soaked up UVA. How many more Bodo's Bagels can we eat? How many more times can we high-five Dean Groves? How many more horses can we enthusiastically cheer on at Foxfield? How many more exams can we cram for? How many more humpback summits can we hike? How many more times can we watch the sun peek its head over the east side of the lawn? How many more events can we plan, or concerts can we perform? How many more snow days, sunny days, happy days can we cherish? How many more moments can we relish? We all wish we had one more chance, one more day, one more hour to do all of these things. But in our hearts, we know we've done them, that we've lived this place. We know that when we look in the mirror on the morning of graduation, we're going to see a different person than the one who needed the university years ago. A different person than the one who tapped that bobblehead of Mr. Jefferson with the purest form of hope that he or she could become part of this. We have been part of this. And this weekend, when we look that bobblehead in the eye and ask him if we're ready to graduate, as much as we want to resist it, we have to tap his head and help him nod, because it is time, and we are ready. And that's what makes this weekend not just one of celebration, but also one of pain. While the university has given us wings, it has also given us roots. And for many of us, it hurts to fly away, especially from the people and things we've grown to love. It tears at the heartstrings that we've worked for so long to tightly weave. But they will not break, and we don't have to relinquish them. They can't be cut by a diploma, or a boxed up room, or a new job, or a new city, or new friends. Ultimately, no matter where we go or how far apart we are, they will bind us with this place and with each other eternally. And there's no doubt that our class joined this university at a particularly trying time. And I think it's quite fitting that our experience here began with an earthquake. Indeed, as a class and as a university, we've faced challenges that have shaken us. I know there's frustration, maybe even some anger out there. But I also know that it is outweighed by belief. Belief in who we are as individuals, as a class, and as a university. Belief in our ability to weather any storm, and belief in the progress that we relentlessly pursue. Perhaps as a kid you read of Shel Silverstein's The Star Polisher. Somebody has to go polish the stars. They're looking a little bit dull. Somebody has to go polish the stars, for the eagles and starlings and doves are all complaining they're tarnished and worn. Somebody has to go polish the stars. In every instance, the class of 2015 has heeded this call. And in my view, that is our legacy. We came when the university needed us the most. We entered a community that's in one way similar to all communities, scattered with both perfections and imperfections, some foreseeable, some unpredictably passing through on a breeze. We will graduate, but the legacy we leave here will not. And down the road, when we look back on our time, I know in our hearts we'll be able to say not only that we wore the honors of honor, but that we were the mothers and fathers of an era that polished the stars and made the constellation of this university shine bright. Congratulations, class of 2015. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you at the class party tonight.